Welcome and good evening. Happy Halloween.
How's everybody doing?
I am doing wonderfully.
You
I am,
look wonderfully, Jules.
thank you. I am dressed as myself.
I got something in my teeth.
I don't know. Let me see. Huh. They look kind of weird today.
I
You haven't gotten any sun. Are you okay with vitamin D and shit?
I think I need some.
I
think I need some.
Yeah.
I should come down to Tampa and have a bite.
There you go. Definitely need a bite. What kind of bite would you get?
Well, that would be for a different show that's not G-rated here at Live with Need. We are always on the up and up and the epitome of decorum and intelligent and mindful banter.
Yes. So, there's someone inside you who would like to speak to us, Count Irish? Someone inside you. Someone who might.
There might be. We'd have to just.
Ease him out. Ease him out.
He's Wait. Oh.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Oh no. Count Irish? Oh no, I know who that is.
I know this, Carl.
Oh gosh. Hey Carl, how's it going?
I ain't going too good down here. I done got bit by a Nosferatu. Some people call them vampires. I call them the Nosferatus.
So now what? Do you still crave potatoes?
I was at the Frosty Freeze gonna get French fried potatoes. This feller came up to me. He said, blah. I looked over at him. I didn't really understand what he was saying. I thought maybe he had sneezed. He said, blah. And then that feller bit me.
And he bit you?
He feller bit me. And I turned into a Nosferatu. I'm now one of the undead.
So you can't eat potatoes then?
I don't know. I just been biting folks that been eating at the Frosty Freeze. They kind of taste like the potatoes.
Frosty Freeze? Are they cold or are they warm or how does it work? See, I'm not.
That one feller I bit wasn't too tasty though. I think he ate something he wasn't supposed to.
Ooh, gross. So how much blood does it take for you to? How often do you have to feed now, Carl?
I've been eating about 4 times a day to try to stay fit and healthy.
4 times a day? Holy shit.
I ate Neil. That's why he's not here tonight. I feel bad about that.
You feel bad about what now?
I ate Neil.
Oh, is that what happened to him?
It was terrible.
So do tell.
He tried to fend me off with this here Vic Firth drumstick, and it didn't work out well for him. He tasted like bad intentions, and I think it was steak.
Oh no! Well, that's terrible to hear. I'm sorry to hear. I thought it was just a Wi-Fi problem or a power problem. But Carl, you're saying you ate Neil and you feel bad.
I done ate Neil. Yeah, I've become an undead, and now I think I'm going to the Hades. They say you ought not be undead, Jules. That's only for the Lazarus and the Jesus.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah. So is Carl going to be coming and going, or is Carl going to be with us all night, or is Count Irish coming back? I'm not sure.
I got to catch a flight to Tampa.
Oh, shit. Alrighty then. Well, come on down.
I got to come see you.
Oh, my God.
This is terrible. I got a bad connection.
So much. So, well, we have a shot on me.
Dude, that guy's nuts, man. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know, dude. I was just going to say this beautiful steampunk hat that I am wearing. It was made by the lovely Miss Marie Chouinard. See, she makes these beautiful steampunk hats. She also makes these killer pirate hats and all sorts of cool stuff. So you got to check her out. And this beautiful pick here was made by my lead guitarist, Johnny Chouinard, and they are very creative. And shout out to you guys.
You got to take the hat and tilt it just a little bit forward and sideways.
This way?
There it is, right there.
Okay.
Back the other way. Yep, back the other way.
The mirror thing gets me so screwed up on these things. It was like when I was a traffic reporter. And then I had to use the little map clicky thing, and I could never get it right. map clicky thing, and it's like I'm standing in the middle of it and shit. I'm like, oh shit! This thing is so hard. It's so hard to do. It's just like your brain doesn't like work. Anyways,
Maria said if I come to Tampa, I better stay out of the sun. I'll use the sunblock.
That's right, Marie. Well, Marie, I'm sure we'll have plenty of a hat for Carl there, for Account Irish there, so you can wear, and then that way it'll keep you safe from the sun.
Stupid ass hat. I'll look like I'm going to the damn Kentucky Derby. It's one of them very female hats about this big.
There you go. That's what you need.
I'll pimp it though. I'll look fantastic, I tell you.
Well, you know what we have? We have a little video that I thought we put together about SP 500. Marie, thank you.
Right, exactly. That would be the ticket.
You would need it. So this video is we'll just see. It's entertaining. You tell us, we can comment. We're going to do kind of, I don't want to say Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of thing, but we're going to kind of do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 kind of thing, sort of. Just everyone chime in. It's going to be fun. We'll just, we'll roll with it. Everyone chime in. Here we go. You all know what famous scene that is. It's a line. Yeah.
I saw an eye, dude. That's the filler that bit me.
Gotta love Ash. So great. Oh, it's just so amazing. I love it every time.
There he is, right there. Son of a bitch.
That's your Nosferatu.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, it's Laura bird. Twister, that's what it is.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
What about this one?
I don't like it.
It's unfortunate. That was pretty cool. Dude, it's Pet Cemetery, right?
I can't do it. That thing there gave the business to that girl. Woo. Business.
Oh God, this is brilliant. What the fuck? No fucking way, I'm out. Jeez. I'm jumping and I need to see them. Here it comes.
Jules, fuck that thing, man.
Like that one? Ring! Screw you all, beep! Oh, oh, oh! This is not a mistake. 7 days. 7 days. 7 days. Yeah? Are you still with me?
You know, what's scarier, though, is the monster that just wants to kill you or the thing that wants to torment you before it kills you. That's the one that's scarier.
Now that we're talking about that, let's discuss a couple of movies that do that.
Oh, my God.
The Witch,
Woo.
It Follows. Those two movies, you never see shit throughout those movies. You
don't have to
see a goddamn thing. Those are the most terrifying fucking flicks.
Well, in like the Blair Witch,
yes.
Like at the very end, the one thing you saw was him standing in the corner.
I get chills now. It's so terrifying.
And like I was a grown man when I saw that one, and I was just still like, holy fuck, that is some scary shit.
Yeah, right. And it was terrifying just because, like you said, it was the buildup of the whole feel of the movies and the films and stuff like that. And with the Blair Witch, you didn't know if it was real or if it wasn't or whatever. And that, like you said, that scene standing there in the corner after the story, after you know the story and you know what they've been through, and you're like, fuck that. No way, thank you. Bye.
I don't know. The one that really got me is Sometimes Dead is Better.
Yes, and I was trying to find. I had a couple. I don't know. Were those cats? Those cats were the animatronic.
No,
ones, right?
There was a gray one. It was Church the cat. Remember? And
I remember.
Pet Cemetery was the one that led me to different degrees of terror and fear because there's just something about something going in the ground and coming back to get you. That is better. Scary shit. Sometimes dead is better.
So let me get you this now. Due to lore, let's talk about lore. Now, lore has it that once upon a time, a woman was buried alive over 100 years ago, back in the 1800s. She was thought to be dead. But she woke up after she was buried, and she was screaming and clawing, and her aunt kept having this nightmare that her niece was still alive and she was buried alive and screaming for help. So she went over to the church and to the vicar and got permission to have the body exhumed, have the casket dug up. And when they did, they found something horrible.
Claw marks on the thing?
Claw marks on the inside of the coffin, and a death mask on the woman, which obviously died in horrendous pain and torment. Her face was all twisted and blood was running down her fingers because it was all bone and stuff from her clawing at it, knowing she's buried 6 feet under. That is
no one can hear you. It is dark. It is confined, and it is scary shit.
That is terrifying.
I'd say they're probably one of the worst ways to die.
Anything that involves suffocation, like drowning, and fire. No.
Fire probably can't be good either.
Yeah. No. Unless you're a witch, because then you can totally be too cool with that, right?
I don't know. If you look back at the witch trials during the time of absolute freaking oppression of anybody that wasn't of the fold, and what they did to those people that's the real scary shit there. That's a horror story because that actually happened. They were killing those girls and they were burning them and they were cutting them to pieces in the public square, and it was just what a horrible time. Lori Leader, Rocker Girl. All right.
Hey, Rocker Girl. What is up, Lori Leader? Yay.
All rockers are welcome here.
Yeah, definitely. That's what we do here. We rock it out. So, Lori, tell us, what is your favorite horror movie?
Absolutely. So,
and why? Yes.
But you go back to that's some scary shit too, because you got like the Hannibal Lecters,
Sure.
right? And this person could be real. If you go back to De Niro's character in Cape Fear, this person could be real. These are some scary ass people. But then there's something about like the paranormal and dead things, and like, yeah, it's creepy.
So no, that's what I get into. I've always been into the paranormal, new age, the occult, that kind of thing. Now that stuff fascinates me. The reason why I get into it so much is the philosophy behind it, the theology, the mystery, and of course the psychology behind all of that fascinates me, because I because I like to, because that's kind of where you start running into things like quantum physics and mechanics and all that stuff, because you're talking about multiple dimensions, possibly multiple, planes of existence, and how all that works together. And that to me is so riveting that I love to watch that stuff. That's what scares me the most. The shit like all of the Ed and Lorraine Warren movies that are all coming out. The famous demonologist from the 70s. And everything they did, Amityville, they did The Conjuring, all those movies, Annabelle, all those movies are based off of their work as demonologists. And they are like some super cool people. And I'm so happy they have all these movies now coming out about their cases. And those are all like based on true stories. And if you see the documentaries around them, I mean, they're fucking terrifying. One cool thing I saw was last night was, if you get a chance to watch, it's called Cursed Films, I think it is, docuseries. And there's only one season that I was able to find, but it did The Exorcist, Poltergeist, let's see what else, The Omen, The Crow.
Omen was a bad mamma jamma.
Yeah. And then
it's all for you, Damien.
And then they did The Crow, and then the last one they did was The Twilight Zone from 1983, the movie with the deaths in it. And so all these movies had people die in them, or in some way. So people think they're cursed. Exorcist, of course, because of the theme of the movie and everything. That's where everybody's going to go. Oh, it's got to be cursed. And not so much. But then you get to it starts progressing. Then you see the link between Brandon Lee and Bruce Lee from The Crow and their deaths. And
the myth there is that they were cursed for generations.
That's true.
And the Crow was actually one of my favorite cult classics. Like there's The Lost Boys, and then there's The Crow.
Yes.
And those were just two of the best, off the grid movies probably ever made.
I'm totally with you on that. Every sleepover had to have The Lost Boys. Every sleepover had to have The Lost Boys.
Come on, Michael. It's just noodles.
Ugh. I can't look at that shit without thinking of that fucking scene over and over. We're at the worms. Oh, they're maggots. Maggots? What are you talking about? So creepy. Gross. But that was a good one. Geez. What we talked a little bit last time about what traumatized us as kids or as films.
Oh God.
Films that you can never ever watch again. Good horror.
Obviously Pet Sematary. But one that I still don't like to watch is Cujo.
Yeah, that's right. You're the Cujo guy. See, now I read Cujo before watching it, and
the book is terrifying.
Oh yeah, there was no way I was fucking watching that movie after I read it. No way. But what else? What else? Is there something recently, or something that you're just like, dude, if I fucking watch that movie, I'm gonna need the lights on. I'm gonna have knives everywhere, gun under my pillow. Everything's gonna be blocked, padlocked, and everything. Is it like one of those found footage films? Is it a cult classic, or is it something that just traumatized you?
I go now. There's certain things that I still won't watch, and it was back in the 80s when I was growing up. You remember you go to the video store, and they had all the VHS horrors all locked up, and you just pick one for whatever reason. You pick one, and I picked one called Witchboard.
Oh, I just watched that the other night.
And Witchboard was one of the fucking scariest damn movies ever. The fucking dude with the axe, coming through the fucking board. And I know there's just something, like you said, there's something about the things that cannot be seen, but they're there. Like if you're in a house all by yourself, then all of a sudden you hear something running. And you go, why is there something running? And clearly it has 2 feet and it's creepy as hell. Or when there's a little kid like, yeah. Now I want to play with you.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Horror movie rules. Stay the motherfucking hell away from creepy kids, dolls, and animals. What is wrong with you? Exactly.
Oh, I shouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah, you burned yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
So let's go to a break really quick. I know we're kind of behind here, and we'll just be right back. It's just going to be a little bit, our breaks are going to be fun stuff.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, nothing more. Distinctly, I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books surcease of sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me and filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, still to the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late-night visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. That is this and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. The fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping."
Oh, hello.
Poor Neil. I cut him off accidentally there. I didn't mean to. Sorry about that, bro. So this is what I was trying to do. Yeah, there we go. So yes, Marie was saying when one door closes and another one opens, your house is haunted.
I tell you what, every now and again, you get into some of those older homes, and you can blame it on the bones, you can blame it on the wind, poor insulation, whatever, but shit happens that's not supposed to happen.
So do you have an experience you'd like to share?
I've got a couple. One of the things that has been someone that grew up in the 80s on horror movies, you always get creeped out still. Even I'm 44 years old, I still get creeped out. But there's just something about like when you're in a house,
yeah,
you're sitting there and then you see it, there's nothing going on. Then you feel a breeze. What the fuck was that? What was that and why? No reason to have a breeze. There's no fans. No windows are open. You're sitting in a nice, calm room, and all of a sudden, just enough to make you go, okay, that was fucking weird. True story, man.
So then what?
Then I got the fuck out of the room. I follow the rules. When weird shit happens in a fucking specific area, you leave said area. Rule number 1, get the fuck on.
Yeah, we got to run those again because nobody seems to understand them, and I crack the fuck up every single time. I'm like, God damn it, don't you know the rules? What's wrong with you people?
I decided at that moment, yeah, I'm gonna go hide under the bed and fall down 3 times and make whimpering noises when the spirit comes in. They're like, oh, I'm so scared. Oh, shut up. Shut the fuck up. What is wrong with you? There's a spirit out there with a fucking giant thing that's going to fucking kill you. Shut up. Quiet. It's quiet time. It's officially quiet time.
Yeah, let's play the quiet game. Don't scream. Don't breathe. Don't do anything. Just
don't breathe.
Don't breathe. So I have a story. These actually two that are related. After my grandfather died in New York, we started having very weird dreams in that house. Started having weird experiences in that house. My grandmother said many times the television would start randomly changing channels and the volume would jump all the way up to the top and then go all the way back to the bottom, just randomly. And this would happen nearly every night at the same time. My aunt and uncle helped and took the television to a television repairman. This is late 90s here. And of course, television repairman could never find any problems, right? Bring it there, yeah, everything works fine. Brought it back home, started having the same problems again. My grandmother was afraid it was going to catch fire. She unplugged it. And nothing
Did it
changed.
come back on?
It stayed on. It started randomly changing channels. And like I said, the volume was going up and down.
Remember Poltergeist now? That was a movie kind of similar to that.
Yeah, well, it goes on from there. Now, my grandmother had trouble going up and downstairs. She had one of those chair lifts, but she never really went upstairs after my grandfather passed. And it was strange because I started having these weird nightmares outside of the house, even about this bathroom at the top of the stairs. No one ever wanted to go to the second floor anymore after my grandfather died. It was very, very, very.
I'm sorry, those chairlifts freak me out. If that thing starts moving on its own, I'm fucking moving. I'm calling a moving company. Go pack my shit for me. I'm not going back in there. Make sure you don't touch that fucking TV. Leave that TV for the next owner.
So at the top of the stairs. So my grandmother slept downstairs all this time. Anytime I come to visit, she was always sleeping downstairs. And she said, "Oh, I'm just going to rest my eyes and go to sleep." And she would never go upstairs. And I kept having these nightmares, like I said, for years about that upstairs bathroom. And while I was there visiting before she passed, every time I went, I'd have nightmares about the basement being on fire and the door opening in the basement and something in the kitchen. And then I would have nightmares about the upstairs, about that bathroom, about the guest room, and about my grandparents' room. And my uncle had cerebral palsy, and so he was living at home with my grandparents. And every night, my grandfather used to do this thing. He'd take his boots off and just clomp them on the floor, just to be entertaining, to make my uncle laugh. So one night we were watching television downstairs, my grandmother and I, and all of a sudden I hear clunk, clunk upstairs. And I didn't breathe. I didn't move. I just stared. And I stared at my grandmother. And I could tell she was trying to ignore it. And she was just watching the television. And then I heard other noises of the things that he would do going through the process of taking care of my uncle. And you could hear it all happening every night at the same time. So now, to make a long story short, after my grandmother died, and this is just recently, about a year ago, because I keep having the same nightmares, the same nightmare about this bathroom where there is a confused spirit, there is something malevolent in there, and then there's a shimmering light. And I never shared any of this with anybody until last year. And I kept thinking I knew what each spirit was. Like the confused spirit was my aunt, who had a dementia when she passed. The shimmering spirit I knew was my dad's sister, who passed in her early 20s. But I didn't know what the malevolent spirit was. I could never figure out what that was. I just know that I have frequent nightmares about that room, about that bathroom. And so I was speaking with my cousin and my sister, and we started talking about that, because strangely, they have similar nightmares about that bathroom.
Oh, no shit.
And when I started talking to them and I started telling them who I thought the energies were, the spirits were in the room, come to find out, they both felt the same thing about our Aunt Emily was in there, confused. Come to find out, my dad's sister was found in that bathroom.
Oh, get the
But
fuck
she
out
did.
of here.
She later passed away at the hospital. She's the shimmering spirit trying to protect my aunt who had dementia and
Wow.
that confused energy. So my aunt's shimmering energy is trying to protect my great aunt from that malevolent spirit. And I still don't know what that malevolent. I'm giving myself goosebumps, but that's been one of the craziest experiences because I have the same nightmare over and over again, and the three of us do. I mean, when you go to that, I mean, how do you explain any of that? None of us knew any of this. None of us had previously spoken about it to one another. We only heard what my grandmother told us. We never shared our own personal experiences or nightmares or anything like that. And we find out that we all are having the same dream.
The same fucking dreams. Yeah, that's
over and over again about the same bathroom and the same things in there.
I'm just leaving my teeth in tonight because having this conversation, I feel like if they wake me up, I go, I'm like, yeah, fuck this thing. He's creepier than we are.
Dude, yeah, it was, it was a scary story. I mean, it was just bizarre. And I knew my grandmother, and I could feel the fear emanating off my grandmother every time that happened at night. And she refused to go upstairs even during the day. And
I couldn't stay. I couldn't. Like, no.
I would go upstairs during the day, and there was just black energy up there during the day. And that's where it started reminding me of like Vertigo, how everything was like in the light during that dream sequence, but it's all dark, nightmarish, macabre shit, but it's all very bright and colorful. You know what I'm saying? And that mixture just fucks with your head.
Well, I think that was the idea and the intent behind it, because traditionally you go to the light to get away from the bad, but when you're in the light, there's nowhere to go.
Very good. That's an excellent thought. See, I hadn't thought about it that way. See, this is why I love these discussions about paranormal and stuff, because it's the philosophy, and like I said, it's all the stuff behind it that drives it. And so what is one movie, or you know what? Before we do that, let's go to another quick break and entertain some more folks with something that I will try not to screw up this time. And try to pay attention. I mean, it's there for your own safety, for the love of God.
Whew.
Again, they're there.
There's rules, people.
Listen.
There's fucking rules. Just listen to the rules and you'll live. If not, you'll die a horrendous, awful death.
And I'll be rooting for you the whole way to die because I'm sorry, when you're that stupid.
Thin to herd, Jules. Sometimes you just got to thin the herd. Let's get rid of the stupid people. Everybody, like Murray said, let's just hide behind, the chainsaws and on the wall. That's a great. Yeah, you do that. You go do that. Goodbye. And on behalf of all the genetic misfits out there.
Yeah, no, she's saying, because don't hide behind don't hide behind the wall of chainsaws. Because that's what happens every single time. It's like there's like knives and shit everywhere. And they're like, oh, this is safe. No. There's
no power. It smells of death. There's like the walls are sweating. There's chains. Okay, don't go there. Over there's a nice house with lights. There's Christmas lights up. Who knows? They might be nice folks. Think you should choose that one first.
Oh my gosh.
So she says the movies that traumatized her were The Exorcist and Night of the Living Dead. That Night of the Living Dead was pretty bad. Remember when the little girl came up the stairs and the mom couldn't do anything about it and she was just like,
it's so great. That was one of the best, I mean, you can, even like if we're going to talk, let's talk about some of those old black and white films. White Zombie. Let's see what else. What's it called? Oh man, there's so many. I used to have a whole series of them. It was like Circus of Death or something like that. Circus of Souls.
House of Wax? That was a good one.
That was a good one too. That was from the 80s. Wait, are you talking about the ones from
Vincent Price?
Oh, you're talking about the older one. Yeah,
the real old one.
Yeah, and then there was like, oh man, there was
Birds.
And I mean, even those movies in the 30s, man, they were fucking crazy. They were great.
Well, they had in Night of the Living Dead, you kind of took that, they made them dead, so they were slow, but they just kept coming and coming and coming, and no matter how many of them you dealt with, there's 8 billion people in the world, but how many billions and trillions have died? And here they come.
Yeah, here they come.
You gotta sleep sometime.
Yeah, that's why it's safety in numbers. That way you can sleep in shifts.
If you're lucky enough to have the numbers. Sure.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. I know. Then the herd, it just happens. And then you get the stupid people who can't follow the rules. Oh my God. Have you ever seen a movie?
Right, exactly. If a creepy ass doll looks at you and winks,
no dolls. Period.
Burn the fucking thing. Burn it. It's over with. You're out of there.
Illegal dolls.
They should. They're creepy as fuck anyway.
Because they're empty vessels. They're empty vessels.
I don't like them because there's nothing creepier about like when the thing's sitting there and it's.
Mama, want to play? Want to play?
I mean, what happens though with one of the like modern ones that happens? The ones that piss and the ones that go, they get upset when they don't have a bottle. So they have actual animatronics inside of them. So they're like, let me see what I can fuck with this fucker. Spirit invades. Oh, good, this one pisses, and then the super soaker's on you, except for its demon piss.
Oh hell no! That's what I'm saying, man. No dolls, no dolls, no dolls, no clowns, no. Graven. Oh, creepy. Really, Marie? So tell us more, Marie. Dolls are graven images.
They're freaking terrible. There was one that I saw in the 80s. Thing came to life. I think it was on the weekly episode of Creep Show or Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, right on. Okay.
And throwing CDs at this guy, just slicing them all to pieces with CDs. Paula Abdul came and...
Fun. Awesome. I'm going to have to go find that one. Oh, God. Yeah,
Tales from the Crypt was a great little show.
Oh, it was. I love
Tales from the Crypt.
He was so awesome. He was like the greatest thing ever.
He was. Everybody liked him. He was a nice character.
He was so cute.
Oh, he wasn't cute, Jules.
Yes, he was. He was adorable.
Oh, good Lord.
With that little... his little laugh and everything.
Hello, kiddies. On today's ghoulish tale...
Wow. You are too good for the Yeah, he was good. No, I that was good. I enjoyed something I wanted to talk about. So, oh, what we already talked about the cursed films thing, didn't we talk about that? Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, but yeah, if you are into seeing that and seeing the Twilight Zone accident in that film, yeah, you find it, and it's they actually use they show you the footage from the Vic Morrow death and the two kids that were in that too, and the helicopter.
Rest their souls, man.
Oh yeah, it is fucked up.
That's a real one. That's a real one.
That's a real one, and they have showing you the real footage. And then if you really that macabre and want to go check out anything else, because when I was researching it, I came across a video on YouTube that's called Vic Morrow Death Video. It's the same footage from different angles, but what they do is right at the accident, they stop it frame per frame per frame per frame, and what you see, you cannot misconstrue as anything other than what it actually is when the accident happens. And for anybody who doesn't know about it, or no spoilers, I'm not going to spoil
viewer discretion advised.
Yeah, definitely viewer discretion advised. I mean, you can't see, like I said, details, but you know what you're looking at if you know the story.
And you can't unsee it.
And no, that's true. Thank you. I was thinking about that earlier too, because when I was watching it, when it started going, it started showing it frame by frame. I'm doing this back from my computer. I'm like, no. And then I was like, okay, no details. I'm cool as a journalist. I'm gonna, I'm okay. I can watch. I could see this. And then it was like, yeah. So if that's something, if you're curious and that morbid curiosity, but the rest of the series is very good about cursed films, as all those other movies in there, and it's just it's fascinating. But so what are you gonna do tomorrow? I mean, do you have your ritual?
Tomorrow, I have a couple things going on. The first thing I'm going to do is honor the autumn, or the upcoming solstice, and then I am going to dress up similar as a vampire, but I'm going to be a rock star vampire with my electric guitar, and we're going to hand out. I got my speaker ready. I'm going to play music and just throw creepy leads over top of it.
Nice.
When the kids come up for candy, they get a trick and a treat.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, videotape some of that. I can't wait to see.
Oh, yeah. Makara will be out in ravenous form.
Yeah, that's what I like. Hell yeah. That's what you're going to have fun. So do you guys do any movies or anything? Is that part of your tradition?
So I love horror movies. My significant other, not so much. Will not watch them.
So what do you guys do?
I watch horror movies. She'll watch whatever she's going to watch.
For Halloween, yeah?
Yep.
There you go. So what's your go-to horror movie for Halloween?
Well, I have to watch my classics. So you have to watch some Friday the 13th, a little bit of Hellraiser, a little bit of sprinkle some Freddy in on there, little Michael Myers. I'm partial to the Rob Zombie movies. And I think that Rob Zombie did a fantastic job in recreating Halloween in just a really great way. I think he did an amazing job. And it is one of the creepiest, great ones. And I actually just watched Joker for the first time. I finished that up today.
Oh, is that with that's
Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah, that is messed up.
Yep. But I still tell you, I can't get past Heath Ledger's Joker.
Me neither.
And he was supposed to play that role. And I'm glad Joaquin Phoenix didn't try to emulate that, because Joaquin Phoenix was a tormented, painful soul, and the other was not. It was a masterful genius, a pure villain. I mean, one of the best. I mean, you almost wish it wasn't in a DC comic film, because the character in and of itself
was so terrifying.
Almost was so horrible that you just go, I would have loved to have seen this in a different context with the same character. The one where the bad guy wins.
Yeah, because when it comes to DC Comics, man, they've taken that dark turn, and I have to say, I love the dark stuff, and I get into it. I love that shit. But I'm still mainly a Marvel fan first, I guess. because
you love the heroes. You gotta love the heroes.
Yeah. And yeah. So tomorrow your go-tos are going to be the slasher flicks.
Slasher flicks. I got to go spend some time with the trees because that's what you're supposed to do. You hear those.
Explain about that, please.
If you
don't mind.
When you go out, and especially this time of year, this is traditionally a time of year that you're closest to the spirit realm,
right?
And that is when you're supposed to pay homage and really remember those that have been, displaced to a different place in time, because we're all souls living human experiences. We're not humans living a human experiences. We are souls living, a human experience. And so when you go out there and you bond with that nature, and there's just something about the autumn leaves that have that they're a little bit brighter, and you can hear them talk to you. If you listen enough, you can hear them talk to you. It's a very powerful experience, and one that I take great pride in partaking in.
That's wonderful. So how long just as long as you feel it? Is it like meditation? How
it's a tribute. Okay. I go out for tribute. Anytime you're dealing with the solstice, you try to focus on the season, but there's also the personal growth aspect of being, I'm a bard. That's who I am. And when I go out there, I try to pay homage to those lost. I try to incorporate this, closing of the year with a time for me to be able to go inside and make music and make art and do what I do.
That sounds wonderful. So you sounds like you have a very great day planned tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Very spiritual and fun and exciting day.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to see all your videos.
Yeah, and then the kids will come up and they'll have their little costumes on, and we'll give them some candy if we don't eat it all tonight. And then the candy bowl is progressively waning down. It's like, is there a ghost in here eating the Halloween candy, or is it just us? And it turns out it was just us.
It's amazing. It happens every year. I don't know what it is. Somebody's got to be eating it. I don't know.
Yeah, certain pieces of candy. And it's funny, the Swedish fish keep coming up missing in mine, and she blames it on the cats. And cats like fish, so it's a valid argument, I suppose.
Yeah. I can't imagine you could spear a couple of those bad boys with those teeth you got.
Oh, I can spear more than that. I got plans.
Bet you can. Yeah, for me tomorrow, let's see. I don't know. I kind of play it by ear, kind of see how I feel, what's going on, what I'm, what I mean, and feel the energy around and try to decide what to do.
Do I have a conversation with the oak tree?
Yeah, I probably maybe will. Or at least some tree, because I'm here in Hansel and Gretel's mystery scary forest.
You really are too. That was a creepy ass. If you think of Hansel and Gretel, like this is a witch in the woods cooking up kids and pies and eating them.
Yeah, no shit. The only house in the fucking woods, just like the stairs in the woods.
Fuck them stairs. I don't like them stairs at all. I'm not going up those stairs. I don't care what anybody says. It's a stairway to heaven. They play with Jimmy Page up there. I don't care. And that's a serious temp for me.
Get me up there. I'm like, what? Jimmy Page? What? Okay, I'm up. Let me give it a shot and see what happens. Yeah. What's the worst?
Oh God, don't do it, Jules. You're gonna make the buck. You remember what the rule number 1 is don't be a dumbass.
Exactly. And stop investigating the fucking paranormal. What is wrong with you? Those are the people who I'm always like, do they not watch movies?
They don't. No, they can't. Apparently, there was never a TV in their life, even though there's a giant TV with the fucking little girl coming out of it going, dude, like right after that movie, like it was like a year or two after that movie came out. So I remember it was big news. Some dumb ass like meth head or somebody named their kid fucking Samara. And I'm like, why would you do that?
Why?
You're an asshole.
Why?
You're an asshole.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, three weeks later, he's the same dumbass that was eating bath salts and he ate the guy's face.
Probably it could have been. I mean, it was just like ridiculous when I remember hearing that, doing that story. I'm going, what? Who in their right mind would do that? Oh my God.
Set up a pirate crew out front to greet and attract it. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Marie and John, they do that. They create pirate costumes and outfits, and those are part of Marie's hats. Are pirate hats are beautiful, and they do for men and women, and they go out and they do the pirate thing and all that stuff, and their pirate fest, and John is a spitting image of Captain Jack Sparrow.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Marie, you got to set. I'm in the market for a super sweet derby.
Oh,
I do like my hats.
There you go.
I got one on Gone Country hats that I got to get.
Oh, there you go. That too. Yeah. So let's see. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but I got to find somewhere to go that's going to be Halloweeny.
Yeah.
I got to connect there. I got to connect with spirit and nature, like you said, and then
Thank
you. What?
She said that can be arranged. I was like, yes.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Yeah, she can do that for it. Then I think I'm going to. I don't know. My usual go-to movies for Halloween are always going to be Resident Evil.
Those are great ones.
The Ring. Well, both that and the Japanese version. The Japanese horror movies are pristine. Did you get the link I sent you for Ash? I can't pronounce it. The Suicide Forest in Japan.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I won't. I won't. Nope. I saw the movie on it when they went out there to see what was going on and why their sister or whatever had disappeared.
Yeah.
And then when I found out that was based on a true story, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah. It's a good movie. It's creepy, but you don't really, again, it's not like you're seeing like really horrific things. It's just the story is fucking.
It's what you don't see. It's what's going on up in here, Jules.
Yep. That's why I say if you want a good one, The Witch and It Follows are two great films to watch where there's absolutely very little dialogue, only a few actors, and an invisible force that's malevolent and is going to kill you, and you can't stop running. Those are
no good. You got to stop running at some point.
Oh,
and that's the worst. That's the worst ones. That just you can't outrun them.
You can't.
You're running as fast as you can. This fucking asshole behind me walking. Like
I did. I know I brought this up before, but did you have a chance to watch Zombies versus what are they called? Shit. Oh God damn it. Was it Zombies versus Cockneys? The British comedy.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. I can't do that. That shit's fucking ridiculous.
It's hilarious. Like, I think I shared, there was this one scene where there's this little old lady going into a retirement home and the zombies are coming to the retirement home. Well, the zombies are super slow zombies. So this little old lady's on a walker and she's beating the zombie who's chasing her. She's moving faster than the fucking goddamn zombie.
Oh my God.
Just going so slow and calmly. And the zombies, and she just makes it into the retirement home and closes the door right before the zombie, reaches out for it. It's hilarious. It's so funny. So if you want something funny, Zombies versus Cockneys. It's hysterical.
Unreal.
So we're about out of time. So what's what else you got? You got something else? Oh, Legend of Hell House. That's good.
Not really much tonight, man. I'm gearing up for tomorrow. A spooky, spectacular, and wonderful Halloween.
Well, very good. Very good. Very good. Here, I'll leave us with one more thing here, and then we'll...
Edgar Allan Poe, published in 1875. From childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning in the sky as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view.
That was so well done. You did such an amazing job. It was very chilling. You did a great job with that, I have to say.
That was a good one, I'd say. I'd say it was a good one.
That was a good one. Well, guys, it's about time for us to wrap it up. Sorry that Neil couldn't make it tonight. I know he was really trying hard. I'm not sure what the power situation is up in Highlands, but apparently it got knocked out. Cells were knocked out. And
damn Chinese are knocking out zones to see what they can do, and they're going to knock it all out at the damn same time. One of these times, they're going to call on our debt and say, hey, you want to see a real horror movie? How's your no power?
Yeah, there you go.
Dumbasses, don't let us in there to make viruses and control your power. That's a horror movie.
It truly is. People never learn. Never learn, never learn, never learn. So we'll leave you with that. Everybody have a wonderful Halloween. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Hallows Eve. Let's see, Sam Hain, and All Hallows Eve. Oh, Day of the Dead. What else am I missing here? The fall solstice. Anything else I'm missing?
There's plenty to discuss on the topic of lost traditions.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should do one of those tomorrow, perhaps, or soon. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. Well, guys, hey, everyone, have a wonderful Halloween, and be safe and be scary and get into it, because it's only once a year. Let you freak out. Let you freak out. And we'll be back maybe tomorrow, or we'll be back on our normal time, day and time, Fridays. Same bad time, same bad channel.
It's only noodles, Jules.
Oh, God, don't do that. I'm going to throw up now. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy.
Peace out, guys.